All right, everybody, this is Shake and Bake from www.shakespub.net back on FarSky for tutorial number 3. This one might be a little bit longer, but I'm trying to cover a couple things in this one. Started off with the first one of getting started, basically how to get initially going in this game so you don't die right away. The next one was the base, and that's basically a basic setup of the base and what kind of resources, tables you should get next. In this one, I'm going to talk more about the base a little bit, but more about what the setup should look like when you're done collecting all of those resources that you should be getting, at least my recommendation. And then also in this one, I'm going to go to the Kraken. I'm going to show you how to take on the Kraken. So if you don't want to learn how to take on the Kraken, don't watch this, because I'm going to show you how to do it, how to be successful, and what you're going to get when you take on the Kraken, which basically is a specific mineral which you can use to build a new base. I'm also going to answer some questions that have come up in the posts on the videos, or at least try to. So first of all, let's talk about this. This is my base, and you're going to notice this thing right here. I got these droids, right? And I'm going to turn this one on. These droids you can find out. You have to roam around and find them. And once you get a droid, you're going to need to activate it with those little spheres, a little ball of energy. But once you do, they will follow you. And the cool thing about these things is they shoot spears at any animals that may be coming after you, predators, whatever. Now watch this. If I hit the E key, here comes my droid. And here's what's really cool about this thing, is it can carry stuff for you. So let's say I want to put my drill in there. I'll put it in there. Boom. Now my droid is carrying that for me. I think it's pretty cool. So find those definitely as quick as you can and get those guys on your side. Okay. So now let's talk about my base. I'm also going to talk about my loadout, the ultimate loadout of equipment at the bottom here. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So if you look at my base, one thing you'll see is I didn't go crazy making this huge base. And there's a reason for that. Let me get some here real quick. The reason is you're going to see when we take on the Kraken, they will come attack your base, and it'll start leaking, right? And when that happens, you could lose your whole damn base. And pretty much that sucks, right? So don't make your base too freaking big, because then you'll be running around trying to plug up all these leaking spots. And again, that really sucks. Okay, so yeah, definitely don't make the base too big. All right, now so let's talk about what I have around my base. You're going to see, you see these harpoon guns? I have a whole network of these things around my base. I got them all around it, and there's a lot of reasons for that. One is my base is like a death trap to animals or these sea creatures. So like when I shoot this shark like that, now look at that. These harpoon guns, they're taking that dude out. I mean, I may not even have to fire. Maybe I do, but watch this. I mean, this is brutal. Watch. And look at the droids. I mean, so you're going to want to fortify the hell out of your base with these harpoon guns. You do got to grind it out to get the resources to do it, but it's worth it. Do that before you go take on the Kraken. Get you some droids, get you the harpoon guns, and those things have an endless amount of spears. You don't have to reload them, nothing. All right, the other thing I suggest you do, you see these lights? Is I've got lights out around my base, because when you're heading back towards your base, it's nice to kind of see this beacon of light. Kind of helps you, guide you back to your base. So that's something you want to add eventually as well. All right, let's go in the base. Again, I didn't build a big, huge, crazy base. You don't need to. Now let's talk about plants. Now, you see this? This to me is like the most valuable thing in the game. Once you start planting these pots and you get a couple seeds, right? What happens is when you harvest these, right? You're going to want to take these over and you're going to want to cook them. All right. You can see I got 40. I'll be showing how much food I got. It's insane. I mean, I got 50 shark meat steaks. I got I got 40 or 31 barracuda. I got 35 tuna, 70 carrots. I got more than, I got like 100 something carrots. So once you start growing these, what happens then is when you harvest them, you get seeds, and then you're going to come back with those seeds, replant, and it just keeps increasing. And I'm telling you, the carrots will sustain you alone. You wouldn't have to hunt for any sea creatures, so any predators, anything, any fish. So definitely you're going to want to do that. All right, let me see if I got some carrots to drag over here. I do. All right, let's talk about, before we head out for the Kraken, I want to talk to you about important setup in your base. And again, a lot of this is preparation of your base. You want to do this before you head out for the, like, I'd say more dangerous missions to the depths or after the Kraken. All right. So one is I got a chest for all of my important minerals. I don't take those with me, okay, because you'll lose them out there if you get killed. I got, like I said, a chest for all my food. I take carrots with me, a snack along the way. I got my chest for coal. Now, here's what's important. Now, as you upgrade your diving helmet, your diving suit, and all those things, and I'm telling you, you want to focus on those, especially the air tank. 7 minutes is huge, and you definitely want to do that. But what happens is I have my old stuff. I got my copper helmet. I got my iron helmet. And I keep these in the base because if I were to die out there somewhere deeper down or farther away, I'd have these to put on and go out there and get that stuff. So, again, good backup right there. Okay, right here I got all of my basically fertilizer, carrot seed, dirt, and sand over here. So kind of in an organized fashion that somewhat makes sense. Okay, now, before we head out for the Kraken, I'm going to make sure that I have enough spears, which I do, but I think I want a little bit more. Let me cook this steak here real quick, this shark steak. Get some more carrots here. I'm going to eat one. But before you head out for the Kraken, this is critical, okay? You're going to want to go to your resources, your minerals, and you're going to want to get copper. And make sure you have copper with you, okay? And you're going to see why here in a little bit. The other thing I'm going to make sure I do is I always go with 2 underwater scooters. Basically, that's a quick way to travel. You could use your sub if you already finished the game. You can come back down and play around, use your sub. But I'm going to use these 2 scooters to show you how to use those. I recommend you have 2 with you at all times once you have accumulated enough resources to get those. Bandages, a snack, and then the spear gun and some copper spears. I'm going to make me a couple more spears before we head out for the Kraken here. Let me make sure I have enough copper because I think I actually need more copper. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go out and get some copper. I'm not going to record that. And I'm going to have enough copper on me. There's a reason for that before you take on the Kraken. All right, hold on. Okay, so I went out. I went and gathered some more copper. So make sure you have plenty of copper. I got 75. That'll be more than enough before we go out and take on the Kraken. Okay, so we're going to head out. I got enough spears. I got 37 spears. Actually 60-something spears with 37 of the copper spears. I got a couple bandages, which I probably wouldn't even need. I got my 2 scooters. And what else? I got my carrots to snack on. I'm good to go. And here's what's important. I have the, what is it? The manganese diving helmet, which is not only gets me 350 meters, but it takes 10% damage. I've got the diving suit, the manganese diving suit, 50% damage reduction, and oxygen 7 minutes. So get all of that stuff before you go out for the Kraken. Make sure you got enough copper with you, and also make sure you got harpoon guns out around your base. All right, I'm not going to take the sub. I could, because I want to show you how you can do this using the 2 scooters. I'm going to pull up my map. There's some, and this is what I'm looking for right here, is this blue diamond-looking stuff. Okay, once you touch that, the Krakens go crazy. So let's head down into the depths. And I tell you, I love this game. One thing I love about it is when you start to head down into the deep sea. I'm sorry, man, it freaks me out every time because there's just something eerie about it. There's some dolphins. That's cool as hell. Some barracuda. I'm going to avoid him. And I'm going to use my scooter to just speed things up. You can do that too. They do recharge themselves. All right, here we go. Let me check my map. Always check your map to make sure you're heading the way you think you are, because like I just got off course a little bit. It's so easy to do. And here's what's nice about 2 scooters. Now, I just switched to my other one. So I just switch back and forth. One recharges itself while I use the other one. It works out really, really nice, especially when you get down here really deep. I gotta watch out for this guy here. When you get down here really deep, right, you definitely don't want to feel panicked like you can't get back up the cliff. All right. I think we're getting near the Kraken. And the Kraken, what they do is, again, don't watch this, man, if you don't want a spoiler, because this is definitely a spoiler. It is going to show you how to get past these guys. And when you first see these things, man, they freak you the hell out, because there's going to be more than one of these. I mean, look at this thing. Now, what's cool is they won't mess with you as long as you don't touch that right there. But as soon as I touch that, them boys are going to go crazy and come after me, okay? So that's the Kraken right there, a whole group of them. So I'm going to prepare myself. I'm going to check my food. I need to eat. All right. I'm good to go on that. I got everything I need, and let's check out to make sure these are at 100%. Yep. And the last thing I do before I drill here is I'm going to pull up my map to make sure I know which way to turn. It's going to be right up that cliff here, okay? All right, let's do this. Let me get my drill. Yeah, let's put it right there. Now get ready, because these guys are going to be pissed off. There we go. It's game on. I'm going to use my first one to get me as fast as I can up. I got my droids. They're protecting my backside as I head up. And let me tell you, man, I've had to learn all this the hard way. Oh, they're on me. They're on me. All right, switching. Oh, switching. But see, my my armor, my suit is helping protect me against these guys. And I'm just going to outrun them. I'm going to get to the base, because the base basically is obviously back for air. But it's also going to be a trap for these guys, because that's where I got my harpoon guns. And they're still following me. But you're about to see why I built the base up the way I did, because it's basically just a fortress. And I'm also going to show you why you want to have... There's my lights, help guide me in. All right, here they come. And watch when they get in here, okay? Where are they at? Did I already take out the Kraken? I wanted you to see them attack the base. Darn it! My droids must have taken these guys out on the way up. Okay, so I found some more Kraken. Let's see if these guys will actually follow me back to the base. I want you to definitely see that. And again, I prepare myself. I make sure I'm at 100% on these. I'm at 100. I'm going to eat some food, make sure I'm not starving. Everything's ready to go. I got my drill. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check my map to make sure I'm pointing. That's the way I got to go. Just that way. Right there before I do this. All right, let's do this. Boom. All right, here they come. And my those droids behind me, they're just doing a number on these guys. So you see the value of these droids. Hopefully one of these Kraken will actually make it and back to the switch scooters. And you hear that? The droids are actually taking those dudes out. So I cannot overemphasize getting those droids, man. I mean, I don't think these guys are going to... I mean, I hope there's one. Oh, there's one right there. Good. Okay. Oh, there's a couple. Good. Someone asked how to use bandages. Now look at this. Now watch my harpoon gun. See this? Let's get up here. And the bandages are easy. Just scroll to it, click your mouse, and boom. Now hopefully, you know what? I think I've taken them all out already again, because my base is just between the droids and the harpoon guns, they just can't get in anymore. But damn. But normally what will happen is they'll hit your base, and then see these panels right here? They'll start to leak. And all you got to do, get you some iron or copper, scroll to it, and then run around your base, and where you see it leaking at, press your mouse button and patch it. That's why you need the copper. So don't panic if you see it leaking. Run around, patch it up, and you'll be good to go. And in the meantime, your harpoon guns will be taking out the Kraken. And if you got those droids like I just showed you, they'll take out the Kraken. So now what's important about getting the crystals, and let's actually see what they're called, is they are called, yeah, it's just called a crystal, is with the crystal, you can, where is it at? Right here maybe? Yeah. You can actually build a new base. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if I have enough stuff. I may have enough. I think I might. Let's get that. And boom. So now I can build a whole new base. Someone had asked that in one of my videos. They posted, hey, can you make a whole new base? And you sure can. And obviously the value of that is you got a whole new base. And what I would do with that situation is look at your map, maybe find an area you haven't explored yet, like me out in here, or wherever you want it, go put that new base in place, provide you with a place with oxygen. You could set up a whole new base if you wanted 2 homes. So that's basically it for the kind of advanced loadout, I'd call it, or something I prefer is, again, is my harpoon gun. Get that out of there. I use the copper. Where is my copper? Maybe they're over here. Hold on. I lost my copper spears. Oh, there they are. Copper spears. My drill you can have up here. Another set of spears. Bandages. My carrots. And then I go with 2 scooters, and I go with the highest level of dive gear. And that is pretty much it. And then I make sure I've got copper in here if I'm going to take on the Kraken. And that's basically how I do it. I get the garden going here. This, I'm telling you right here, man, I got like hundreds of carrots, cooked carrots to sustain you. I run 2 stoves and make sure I get enough coal to sustain those. And as you can see, man, I harvest a ton of food. And how I do that is by encircling my base with harpoon guns and these 2 droids. There's a Big Daddy. Let's finish this off by taking out the Big Daddy. Look at that sucker. But again, no match for Shake's base here because I just got too much stuff around it. Let's see if he's going to come back and try to take out old Shake. Here he comes. But as you can see, I mean, look at all these. That's a big mother, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's just getting pelted from every direction. Look at that. Look, he can't get away from him. The thing is huge. They're just peppering him. I tell you what, probably my favorite thing in this game is this huge great white. There it is. That's it. I didn't have to hardly do anything. There's my 4 cubes. I'm going to go get some A1 sauce and finish this baby off. So this is Shake and Bake. If you got any questions, if you need help, post them below. I'm not sure if I'll make more tutorials. I don't know if they're needed. I don't want to spoil too much. But I cannot overemphasize. Gather resources first. Gather iron, copper, and coal first, and upgrade your helmet, your air tanks, build up your base so you've got these harpoon guns around it, and then when you're all ready, do what I showed you to take on the Kraken. That's about it, and grow the carrots and cook all that stuff. Let me just show you real quick again the power of this base. Is I mean, look at it again. Any sea life that swims by here pretty much is toast. I'll just take him back, ambush. We're just get a feeding frenzy going here. And I mean, it looks like they don't even want to come back. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's get this hammerhead. Yeah, why not? Let's get these guys. I mean, look at this. It's just crazy. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. All right, this is Shake and Bake. I don't think so. I'm going to next talk about the sandbox mode because, to be honest, I have finished this, and I do like the new sounds of the sub. I have finished this actually twice. The alpha now in the Steam build. I started playing the sandbox, and I like the sandbox actually because it's actually harder, and I'm really enjoying that. And I almost having to use different tactics for the sandbox mode. So maybe I'll show a video of that if people want to see it. This is Shake and Bake. Cheers, and I'll see you guys in FarSky.